Good afternoon, everybody. Let us take a look at the parts of a business letter. So, in all, there are 14 parts of a business letter to start with. The first is the heading or the letterhead. Oh, yes, you heard it right. There are 14 parts of a business letter. The first is the heading or the letterhead. The heading means when I say you write down the heading, this is the first thing which you will write in your letter. And what is it? Your name and your complete address. That is the heading. Now, what is a letterhead? So a letterhead is an official writing pad of the company or any organization. So when you start working in a company, you'll be writing letters on a letterhead. And what does it contain? It usually contains the name of and the address of the business organization, or it also has the logo of the company, the color scheme, the logo, the address, the contact number, the email address, the fax number, the trademark, or the logo. The first thing which you will see when you start working in a company, and when you have to write letters, you're going to write on the official writing material, which is called the letterhead of the company. In your exam, you may be asked to create a letterhead of a company. So difference क्या है? Heading means आपका नाम, आपका address. तो सबसे पहले letter लिखते हैं आप. You will write your name and your address on a plain sheet of paper. It means when you're not working anywhere, you are applying. So you'll write your name and your address. The first thing which you'll do is you'll write your name and address. This is called the heading. And the letterhead is the official writing material of the company. When you start working, the company has different departments, but the letterhead will remain the same. So the difference between a letterhead and a heading is heading your name and address, letterhead, the company's name and the company's address, the company's contact number, the logo of the company, the fax number, the trademark, and everything required. And if there are more than one branch, there are many branches there. If there are 4 or 5 branches, the name and the address of the branch and the contact number, the telephone number of the branch also is mentioned there. Next is number 2 is the date line. We write the date just below the heading. So first of all, you'll write the heading, leave a space, a white space required, and then you'll write the date of the date. Number 3 is the reference. Reference, you can make a reference, and how is it made? It means the initial of the company. For example, is Godrej India Limited, then GIL oblique the department's initial, HR department or the marketing department or the accounts department, the initials of the department. Remember, the initial of the company, oblique, the initial of the department, and after the oblique, the number of letters written that day, on that particular day. If it's the first letter, 101, if it's the second letter, 02, if this is the fifth letter, 05, it signifies the number of letters written on the such and such date, this company, this department, and the number of letters written in that company. So it shows the department of the organization sending the letter. The letter number can also be used as a reference. For example, you can write back, please refer to your letter dated such and such, reference GIL oblique HR oblique 01, and so forth. Number 4 is the most confused terminology, the inside address. The inside address is the recipient's address, the person whom you're writing to. It includes the name and address, postal code, the job title of the company recipient. For example, if you're writing to Mr. HR Gupta, his general manager, and then his complete address, his name, designation, and of course the complete address of the person. The one must write inside address on the left side of the sheet. Of course, this is the block style writing letter, so everything will be aligned towards the left side. The fifth is the subject line. Subject line is very important. Any letter, any official letter without a subject line probably will never be read. So a letter must have a subject line. So it includes, what does it include? Why you're writing the letter? It is a brief statement. It is a brief statement mentioning the reason for writing the letter. It should be clear, eye-catching, short, simple, and easily understandable. The subject line has to be very precise. For example, if you're writing a letter, if you're asking for leave, then we must mention this in the subject line. So subject line, leave for 5 days, starting this date to this date. So sometimes we don't even need to read the entire letter. If the subject line is enough, then that's it. But then, of course, we just do not only write these subject line, we need to write the complete letter. But the subject line has to be clear, compact, eye-catchy. Eye-catchy means something interesting, which can, short, simple sentences, and it should be easily understandable. Do not use hi-fi big words and which may create a confusion. The sixth is the greeting or the salutation. Dear sir, dear ma'am, dear Mr. Sharma, dear Mr. Gupta. It contains the words to greet the recipient. It is also known as the salutation. So greetings, oblique salutation, and why it is important. It can give you the type of salutation depends upon the relationship with the recipient. If is known to you, you can use the first name. If is known to you, Mr. So and so. If it's not known to you, then simply dear sir, dear ma'am. It generally includes words like dear, respected, or just sir or madam. MS. MS means if the Miss or Mrs. We do not write Mrs. but we just write MS whether the person is married or unmarried. Just MS and a dot, a comma, usually follows the salutation. The seventh is the body paragraph. You must remember there are three parts of a body paragraph. The main part, the introductory part, and then the concluding part. The first is the opening part. So this is the main part of the letter. It contains the actual message of the sender. It means your name, and you are introducing yourself. The main part of the mail must be clear and simple to understand. The body of this letter is basically divided into three main categories. So the body of the letter is the main part of the letter. What are these three parts? The opening part. The first paragraph of the mail you're writing, it must include the introduction of the person who's writing the letter. So the first paragraph of the mail writing must state the introduction of the writer. It also contains the previous correspondence, if any. Like, dear Mr. Sharma, we received a letter dated so and so. It means you are referring back to the letter. अगर पहले कोई letter लिख चुके हैं, मिल चुकी है आपको, या if you're already, this is the second time that you're writing, or when you're writing the first time, you do not need to write anything else. Just need to mention your name and your introduction. Then there's the main part. The main part is this paragraph states, the second paragraph states the main idea of the reason for writing the letter. It must be clear, concise, and complete. Clear hona chahiye, concise, in short hona chahiye, and it should be complete. Concise does not mean leave it incomplete. Concise means writing complete in short words, in short sentences. and to the point. And then the concluding part. Concluding part is it is the conclusion of the business letter. It shows the suggestion or the need of the action, how you want the reader to respond. The closing of the letter shows the expectation of the sender from the recipient. Always end your mail by courteous, polite words like thank you, warm regards, look forward to hearing from you, from your side, etc. And the eighth is the complimentary close. It means yours sincerely, yours truly, yours obediently, yours faithfully. You write such words. It is a humble way of ending a letter. So it is written in accordance with the salutation. It means if the person is known to you, you write warm regards and hope to see you soon. And if the person is not known to you, then you simply write yours sincerely, yours truly if you're applying for any job. So it all depends how you have written the salutation. Similarly, it will go according to the salutation. So simply the best words to use is yours sincerely, yours truly, and thanks and regards. These two words which will go with all the letters that you're writing. And then the ninth is the signature line. Yours sincerely, and then you'll sign off. You'll write your name and your identification. Uh, you can include your telephone number. You can include your designation if you're working anywhere. So signature, the writer's identification. So the signature name and designation of the sender. It can also include other details like contact number, address, etc. The signature is handwritten just above the name of the sender. So you will type out your name and your designation. You will leave two space so that you can you can sign off over there. So we'll continue with the 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 in the next video lesson. Till then, take care and keep practicing.